Hi friends, Aitherea here, and today I just wanted to share with you some really simple beginner-friendly ways that you could customize your Suiika model. These are some things that I have learned about since getting my model, and I'm definitely not the kind of person who can do texture editing, so I'm sorry, but this is not going to be a tutorial for that kind of thing, but hopefully it can still be helpful if you're just looking for some simple, easy, anyone can do it ways to spruce up your model. Then hopefully this could help you. And honestly, even if you don't have the Suiika model, these tips should work for you as well, I would hope. But yeah, so let's just get into it. And I also wanted to make mention that there is a Discord server that was made for this model, like an official Suiika model Discord server, which I'll leave in the description. So if you ever have any questions or need help, go to that Discord server. There's so many friendly, kind people there that are willing to help people with their models and any problems that you may be having. So definitely check that out if you have any questions. And by the way, for those of you who commented on my last video saying that I have like a good voice for ASMR, yes, I do actually have an ASMR channel. I don't think it's that good. I kind of just do a lot of gaming, let's play kind of ASMR. Like, I really don't think I'm good at ASMR, even if I have the voice for it, because I'm a yapper. And sometimes I talk really fast, and I just feel like I don't have... Yeah, I just feel like I don't have that kind of voice, but I do have a channel because I have been told a lot that I should have one. So every now and then I will make ASMR videos. So that's that. This is my second channel. My main channel is actually a gaming channel where I mostly share content about Final Fantasy XIV, but I've been doing Infinity Nikki and I'm really trying to expand to other games. So if you like that stuff or you just want to hear me talk more, you're welcome to look at either of those channels. But anyways, the shameless plugs aside, let's get into the meat of this video and talk about some of the easy things that you can do to customize your Suiika model. So the first thing you can do involves these assets. Now there's a bunch of them that are preloaded and they're just called items, but you can actually make some yourself. So all of these cherry blossom ones I made myself, and I also made a toggle for them if I can remember. There we go. So I made some cute little like hair clips and stuff, and I also am able to toggle them. So I actually made these myself using a website called Canva. So I will show you how I did that. So here we are on Canva, and basically all that I did was I went here to elements, I searched cherry blossom, and then it starts on all, but I went to graphics, and then I just picked a few that I liked, and I made them as big as I could on the page. Now, if you have Canva Pro, which is something you have to pay for, but you can get a free trial, then when you download these, you can actually just choose to have a transparent background, and if you do that, you're done. But if not, then you have to come over to this ClipDrop website. And this is completely free, but you'd obviously want to start on the homepage, but you can use this exact URL. It doesn't really matter. But wherever you are, you can go to this remove background, which we're already here. And then you can drag and drop your file here, or if you click on it, it'll open your folder. And then once it's done, you download it. Then you need to go back to Vtube Studio and come here and click this just so you can open the folder. And then once you open the folder, you need to just go up one, and then you need to go into items and go into your downloads and drag and drop them into here. It's a good idea to give them a name first, but then you can drag and drop them into here and make sure you're using the ones with the transparent background that you just downloaded. And then once you do that, you can find them in here, and you can also search for them down here with the filter. And so since this outfit is black, we should use the black ones to match better. And you can just make them smaller by using your mouse wheel, like the scroll wheel. And if you hold Control, you can also tilt them around. But once you have them kind of in like a decent place with a size that you like, you can double click them. And they do move around a little bit, like it's not perfect, but it can be like a simple way to add a little bit of customization. And I think it is important to note that you also really do want to double click them because that pins them to your model. And I feel like they look better. Like, see how the unpinned one is even more like out there? And another thing you can try if you don't like this like movement is you can hold down your right click with this and it brings up this menu. And then you can choose pin between layers. And then you can mess with this a little bit, this number, and you can see like, okay, now it went completely away. So maybe I want it like right here. So it's kind of like behind that hair. And then I'll click OK. And then double click it. Yeah, it's still not great. I think it actually is better this way. But for some items, obviously not this. For some items, that'll be like the better move, but it's just something to play with. And if you don't like how it turned out, just like we don't like how this one turned out, you click that, it unlocks it. You can drag and drop it to the right hand corner and just get rid of it. And then, you know, you can pin it again and fix it the way that you want it to be. Okay, so now that I have these pinned on here, it would honestly be super annoying if I had to pin them every single time that I wanted to use this outfit, because obviously I have different outfits that I made, different colors and things. So what you can do is you can go here to the 3 stars and create a new item scene. And then, you know, it already has them all in there. All you have to do is give it a name. So I'm just going to call it Black Sakura, and then I'm going to save it. And then I can go over to settings and the expression editor. And it's the same deal as last time, where all you have to do is just create a hotkey. So the hotkey action this time would be, let's see, toggle item scene. That's what we want. And then we have all of the item scenes there. And I'm gonna give it, let's record and let's do, it doesn't want me to do backspace. Let's do delete. And let's do the plus. Here, let me let it record again. Can I do plus? No. Let's do 0. Oh, it did. Okay, so that's already used by something apparently. So let's try 8. Okay. And then also I'm just going to set this to 0, but it doesn't matter if you want it to fade or not. So now if I hold down delete and 8, all of those go away. So that way, if I were to change my model, so let's take them off for a second and let's put on, here we go. Let's put on a different outfit, and now let's say I want those again. And now I just toggle them on to this outfit. So, but for now, I want to wear this little cute black outfit. And we'll put them back on like that. So that's a really, really simple way that you can add some customization. And as you can see, if you're putting it on a body part that moves a lot, like the hair, it can have some movement and you might not like that. So that's something to keep aware. Because I put it over the buns, it moves a ton. But if I were to put it, say, just like as a hair clip in front of her hair, it would still move, but I think it wouldn't be quite as bad. And you'll see like this down here that I put, because this is also just a sticker that I pinned. It moves, but it's nowhere near as like obvious, especially if you're not zoomed in, because it's so small. And because it's pinned on an area that is like, doesn't move a lot and is like more flat. And you can pin stuff anywhere. Like if you wanted to pin stuff to the clothing, you could. But yeah, just be aware that it's going to move. But this is something you could do if maybe you're like me and texture editing just feels overwhelming, because I've looked into it and it's a little too much for me. I literally think I would rather pay somebody. And there are going to be some people out there who are willing to customize the clothing and stuff. Just be aware that Suiika has said that she will allow people to do that, but she doesn't want them to charge any more than $50 USD. So if you're looking for someone to modify the clothing for you, like you're looking to pay someone, that's totally okay. You can do that. But if you want to be respectful of Suiika and her desires for her model that she's created and let us all buy for a very cheap price, then make sure that this person isn't trying to charge you any more than $50. But anyways, let's move on to the next technique for simple methods for customization. So we are going to once again go into the settings, and now you want to go into the model settings, and you want to click on customize model, and then you want to customize or multiply screen color for art meshes. And before you do this, I would just make sure that you have your model and everything saved in a separate folder. I don't know why that lagged so much for me, but cool, fun. It gives you a message being like, be respectful of your artist. And now, there's so much you can do here, but the kind of easiest thing to do is just change the color of stuff. So let's say that I want my skirt, there's 3 tiers, and I want them each to be a different color. So I click on that, and you see it brings up all of these different textures, right? And we have to try and figure out which one it is. It's probably ruffle skirt one. It is. So when I move that, it gives me a color wheel, and I can choose any color that I want now. So I'm going to go with this red, and I think I'm going to make it, actually, should we go with cuter colors? Maybe like pastel colors would be fun. Let's go with this kind of blue shade. Let's make it like a light blue. I want something like, I'm trying to get like a nice, cute, pastel-y, bluey kind of aqua color. So let's go with that. And then you just would click OK. And then OK again. And now the second ruffle is right below. And this one I think could be fun to make it like a shade of pink. And I kind of like corally pinks. Actually, let's do purple first and then maybe pink, because I think blue and purple look really nice next to each other. So we'll do this cute little shade of purple here. And then you just click OK. And now we'll go for pink. What am I doing? This is not the right color. What did I do? What did I click on? Oh, it says ruffled skirt back. Okay, so we need to find the third ruffle. Ruffle skirt shadow. Oh, here we go. It must be this one. Found it. Ruffle skirt 3. So now it's actually really pretty white, but let's see how it is pink. Yes, that's adorable. Gonna make it like really pastel. You can play with all the little sliders. And okay, so that's that. So obviously you can play with the different parts of the clothing that way. And as you hover over, they kind of show you. Now with the hair, it's kind of awkward because like obviously you can see that these full pieces you can click. Or this full piece, it doesn't light up as well, but you could click this hair. And it's side hair wavy. And you could change like the entire color of this hair. Let's make it blue. And then you can also play with this second one. And now the tough thing here is you should really try to be remembering what you picked for each one if you want the other side to match. Look how cool it looks white. It's fun. This one is a lot brighter though, and I'm confused as to why. I don't think they're gonna match exactly, and I don't It might be because this, oh, it's because this side has contrast. That's why. So they're not going to match exactly, but you could later go in and take away the contrast. So there's all sorts of things you can do with this. Some of the hair is hard because you see it's in sections. So it would be difficult to change just like a teeny little strand somewhere, but the front pieces, you can change this strand, or you can change the strand next to it. So this one here, if you wanted to make that one a lighter color, let's see, we have bang, middle split one. See, I think we're gonna just leave it white because I like how it looks. So there's a bunch of stuff you can do here. You can probably mess with the eyeliner and eye area as well. If you're like, I don't want black and I don't want white, I want like a colored lashes. I wouldn't be surprised. You could probably do that. So we have upper eye shadow, the look around inner shadow. And sometimes it can be easier to do this when it's not tracking you. So maybe like just, because then she's not moving around as you're trying to click stuff. So we have dark lash 6. Okay, and that you see is right here. And now I'm taking it around these lighter colors. If I make it paler, it doesn't work that well. It's very dark and I don't know why. But there, you know, it's red. Maybe here. Okay, now you can make it really bright if you brighten up this bottom part. There we go, like that, and it's pink. Okay, and make sure like you're paying attention to those colors because, again, if you're gonna do it on the other side, and what a lot of people, this is a really important one, a lot of people didn't like was this eye rim being blue. So we've clicked on it, we're hovering over it. It says called Iris Rim 3. So we find Iris Rim 3, and now it's kind of hard to see. I wish it won't let me zoom in more while I'm in this menu. We can change the color of it. I think it's really obvious when I've made it black, but let's make it pink. And here's the part that's dark, so you make it lighter, and now you can really tell. So that way you can actually really mess with a lot of this stuff. And as you can see, like sometimes it's done in parts. So like with this eyeliner stuff, you have to find the last part to fix it all the way, and you got to kind of pay attention to the colors that you're picking, like maybe write down the hex codes or take screenshots. But with this you can do a lot of extra customization that's really, really simple. And then you would press OK when you're done, but I'm not going to do that because I might make this skirt in the future, but I'm not going to do that right now because I don't really want this right now. And do be aware that it is really important to save the default elsewhere, because once you make those customizations to the art meshes, they will apply to like everything. Like if I were to have changed the iris rim to be a different color, like black or something, it wouldn't matter. Even if I changed to a different expression, it would remain black. So those art meshes, I believe, will stay the way that they are once you've altered them. So it's really good to keep a default just in case you're like, oops, I don't really like this. So once again, keeping a backup is really important. Okay, and one more thing that you can do that I should have shown you while we were in here is that you can actually set things to be transparent with this slider here. And why would you want to do that? I think usually it would be done for stuff that's a little bit more advanced, which would be possibly loading in certain 2D items that are rigged, but it is an option. And then some people might not like certain aspects of the face, like maybe you don't really like how winged this eyeliner is, and we know it's like lash 5, dark lash 5. Where the heck did you go? Maybe you just decide to make it transparent. And that's that. Now we don't have that lash there. And it almost looks like it's tucked behind her hair. And it looks like we might be missing dark lash 6 as well. Well, that's actually this part. Well, either way, you know, you can mess with that and do as you please with that, but making things transparent is also an option. Obviously, another thing you can do to customize this model would be to edit the textures for the clothing and the hair. I've seen some really cool edits. I've seen people add ombre to the hair. I've seen people add glitter to the hair. I've seen people turn the cardigan into more of a jacket. I've seen people add kind of not like fully long sleeves, but just like little half sleeves, like they start kind of near the wrist and then go up to here. So I've seen some really cool customization done on this model. Unfortunately, I'm not skilled enough to teach you that, but I did want to just touch on it briefly so that you know that it's possible and you could learn how to do it yourself if you wanted to, or potentially find somebody who could help you or pay someone to do it. As I mentioned earlier, it shouldn't cost more than $50. So with that, I think I've gone through everything that I wanted to address in this video. I'm sorry if it turned out long, but I do hope that it helped those of you who are maybe had some questions or were looking for more ways to customize the model, because there are some pretty simple things that you can do that don't require Photoshop skills or artistic skills or anything too complicated. So if you're like me, definitely messing with the art meshes, like if you just want to do a simple color change or add a little color to the hair, like a random little stripe, or like put on those little stickers, like the little cherry blossoms that we had made, stuff like that, I think is really easy and simple to do. So yeah, overall, I hope that this was once again helpful for you. And if it was, then please consider leaving a sacrifice to Lord Algorithm in the form of a like, comment, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!